This movie tells a story about Captain Maud, who joins the all-male crew of a B-17 bomber with a top-secret package. Maud has a direct order from top brass to transport a mysterious case, and while the men don't like it, orders are orders. So they let Maud on their plane and then sequester her in a rickety ball turret at the bottom of the plane. From here, this movie turns into almost a radio drama. For nearly a full hour, we stay with Maud alone in that turret as she bickers back and forth with the men over the plane's intercom. The guys do not hold back, and they're prone to go on long rambling rants about how much they like to sexualize Maud. Nearly every moment of that first hour is devoted to the unseen characters shouting and screaming and cursing and joking and talking about how much they want to have sex with Maud over and over again. It soon becomes insufferable. This interesting yet claustrophobic framing soon becomes increasingly naive and bizarre, just like everything else in the film. The idea is actually very good, following Maud into that gunner's nest and staying with her, homing in on the claustrophobia of her confined space and working the angle of her isolation, as she can hear but not see the man on the other side of her door. But sticking with that gimmick throughout the running time would require more patience and ingenuity that the movie could muster. So they later on boneheaded plot twists, shoddy action sequences, and even a teary Oscar clip conventional monologue. This movie attempts to take a familiar genre trope and wring it from the maximum amount of tension possible. It begins quite good. It's rather riveting and has an interesting mystery to it. Yet all subtlety or attempt to be actually adequate is thrown out as the madness begins. The problem is that the creature hitching an unauthorized ride is revealed too early, and the question marks surrounding the rest of the story do not carry the urgency needed to propel the film forward. It becomes extremely sloppy, and although it was fun prior, at the point where physics and any sense of logic are thrown into the void, it becomes lovable. Watching Maud battle her way against CGI backdrops that never look very convincing only takes the proceedings so far. The special effects are video game level, the performances are barely directed at all, and while the movie's synthy score is a lot of fun, it never matches up with the imagery. The pulsing synth-based score feels incredibly weird in a movie set during the Second World War. The result is a cheap-looking thriller that sputters rather than soars. What's on display here is so abrasive and so bombastic that it begins to sap the life out of you, ultimately leaving a bad taste in your mouth when all is said and done. A film riddled with predictable and daft turns, Chloë Moretz does a great job with the little she's given. Visually, the movie finds no balance to the CGI-heavy back half of the film. It burrows into poorly lit, badly rotoscoped, and awkwardly framed cinematography. It's a preposterous, batty, and cheap-looking film that begins strong and amounts to nothing. All is revealed too early, and its momentum flutters. All sustainability is thrown out into the abyss. We do not recommend this movie at all.